So Barbara Steinmetz, how are you?
I'm doing well, Anthony. How are you?
Good. And the reason I wanted to talk to you one-on-one is I've heard you always say how this Fascianator has helped you so much. Well, I think other people should hear how it's helped you. So do me a favor, start from, I don't know, the beginning. How far is that when you lost a few pounds, and what ailments were you suffering from? What was going on in your mind? And when you learned about this Fascinator from Kate, then what had happened? What started going on in your mind? That's what I want to know.
Well, I started actually this month, April, will be 3 years that I've been rolling with Katie. And I've been on this health journey for about 7 to 10 years with losing weight. But the magic happened that propelled me forward was when I started rolling with Katie. That's when everything physically and mentally changed for me, and it was remarkable. My first session with her was not easy. I was still in a large body. We modified. She did a lot of explanations with what I was feeling and experiencing, and I stuck with it. And it got better and better and better. So the lower back discomfort dissipated, which created comfort in my knees again. I was able to walk more. As I started to walk a little bit more, I developed the shin splints. So the anterior tibialis were rolling. Shin splints went away. Plantar fasciitis was a big problem for me because of my weight. I had remembered going to a foot doctor, getting the insoles, spending $600, shots in my foot with lidocaine in it so that I could walk. Gone. I don't have any issues with that. As the weight came off, that got a little bit better. But once I started rolling, it's completely gone. I have no issues with that at all. I had more flat foot problems. I now have a nice arch. It's good support. Amazing, just amazing, just all amazing things. I think besides the physical properties that and just the range of motion that I've been able to maintain, the flexibility, which has allowed me to exercise better, more efficiently, more effectively. The weight started to really come off after that because I was able to move much better and comfortably. And for me, that was vitally important. Exercise was very difficult. Rolling made it comfortable for me and more effective. And on the other side, mentally was an amazing process too. A lot of trauma growing up. I remember after I rolled with Katie for months, couple months, I had a weekend on a Saturday where after we rolled, I just was weeping, crying uncontrollably for a couple of days. It would just come on and go away. So naturally, I reached out to Katie and she explained to me why this was occurring and why it was a good thing. And it was, and releasing a lot of that trauma. And I think a lot of the anger from being overweight and all of that stress, it enabled me to move forward in my health journey. It also enabled me to let go of anger. I no longer hold anger inside of me anymore. I forgive easily. I love more freely. And I think for me, the mental amazing has been more profound for me, as amazing as the physical. Mentally, for me, it released me from a lot, and it blew my mind. And that weekend, I said to myself, this is a miracle. Why isn't everybody doing this? So, it just blows my mind. So I've kept rolling and rolling with Katie, and I'm a personal trainer. I work with seniors, a lot who have Parkinson's and frozen shoulder, a lot of issues that comes with old age and non-movement. So Katie said, you need to get certified in this. And I said, yeah, I do. I only have a few clinical hours left to do, and I will be fully certified. I am working on marketing and things of that nature. But for me to help my seniors, and I've done some things with them, migraines and rolling them and helping them. It's just an amazing process. And it blows my mind that it's not universal, that more people aren't doing it. The medical field isn't opening up more to it. I know that they are slowly, but I mean, you should get the Nobel Peace Prize as far as I'm concerned.
Wow.
I'm serious. What you have enabled me to do, not only for myself, but for my clients, it's remarkable. It's just remarkable. So I thank you for that.
Well, thank you for sharing. I mean, and that's why I wanted to talk to you, because it's amazing what you've experienced. It's just completely amazing.
It's life changing. It's completely changed my life. I can't imagine a day going. I roll 7 days a week. I don't miss a day. I can't imagine this not being a part of my life ever. And I want to make sure that it's a part of everybody else's life.
Right. And Barbara, for people that don't know, when you say, oh, I used to be heavy, I lost weight, give us some numbers so people really understand.
My heaviest weight was about 357 pounds.
All right.
And I'm 5'2". So it was not a good situation. Pre-diabetic, getting ready to be put on high blood pressure medication. I didn't want to die, and I was afraid I was going to. And my parents died young, and I got up one day and I said, I can't do this anymore. And so I started walking at 357 pounds every day, week after week, month after month, year after year. But it was hard because of the pains and the aches. And it wasn't until I was able to, so when I started rolling with Katie, I was about 280 pounds at that point. That was 3 years ago. I'm now 163 pounds.
Oh, wow.
So the rolling enabled me to move and get the rest of that weight off that I was having trouble with. My muscles were gliding. I was moving better. I felt better. And the better you feel, the more you do. And the more you do, the better you feel. And that's my motto with rolling now. The more you do it, the better you're going to feel. And the better you feel, the more you can do. And so I'm going to be 64 next week. And I feel like I'm 15 years old. I'm running, I'm riding a bike, I'm jumping in her classes. It's remarkable. And I never would have been able to have done any of that without rolling, without taking care of my fascia. It's just been life-changing for me. I can't say enough about it.
And that's exactly right. And that's why, I needed people to hear your experience. Because when I say, oh, I feel great, I feel like I'm 30 years old, they're like, yeah, whatever. You've always looked that way. Because I've been rolling since 2005, right?
Wow. It's just, and I suffered from tinnitus, which is almost gone now because I'm rolling my head and everything. So that's almost gone. I sleep better. I had trouble sleeping. I don't anymore. Like I rolled with Katie this evening. I'll be out like a light tonight.
That's
I
right.
sleep really well. And then my latest medical was 2 weeks ago. I went for my annual eye doctor appointment. So I wear, this is amazing. Wait till you hear this. I wear glasses and I have contacts and they're trifocals. And I also have a history of glaucoma in my family. And I've been measured with having some pressure in past exams.
Right.
So 2 weeks ago, I went to the eye doctor, did all the stuff. And so I'm sitting in the chair. We did everything. And she's plugging the information into the computer and she goes, huh. And I said, huh, what? Thinking she's going to say, this has happened, this has happened. She goes, it's really strange. And I said, well, for heaven's sakes, could you tell me? She goes, your eyesight got better. And I smiled and I go, really? She goes, yeah, it's very unusual. Your eyesight has improved tremendously. And I said, it doesn't surprise me. And she said, why? And I told her why. Said I've been rolling my face and my eyelids with my gua sha and my roller and my fascia, and she had no idea what I was talking about.
Of course.
And right, which is unfortunate. And she said, excuse me, I don't think that has anything to do with it. And I go, I'm sitting here and I'm going to tell you it has everything to do with it. I said, can you explain why my eyesight has improved so much? And she looked at me and she said, I can't. And I said, well, I just told you why. So I had to get a lesser prescription, not just one level down, but 2 levels down.
Two
But the
diopters
other,
lower.
yeah. But the most remarkable thing is I no longer have any glaucoma pressure in my eyes. There's no narrowing, there's no pressure, there's nothing. And my father and my grandmother both had it. And so I was predisposed, as they said. I don't have it anymore. It's completely gone.
It's
Yeah, you're
genetic.
predisposed. Yeah, predisposed for it. It's completely gone. And that's from this.
Yes.
That's from this. Every night I do my face, around my neck, all of it, every night, every single night. I roll my eyelids. I take my contacts out and I roll gently. I don't miss a night, 7 nights a week. And this is why my eyesight got better.
Yep. Do me a favor, Barbara. Ask your eye doctor if she can give you the field or visual acuity test from like 6 months ago or a year ago.
Sure.
And the one she just did, because I collect those and
Okay.
I can show you the physical changes within the eye test itself. And remember, it's not my test, it's the doctor's test.
That's right.
And it's funny you mentioned that, because when I was showing these other tests that I received from my students, I was showing other eye doctors and they're like, that's impossible.
Right. It's not.
It's not. So, who are you going to believe, your own patient's eyeballs or not?
Exactly. And if this is the test that they administered, they've got to believe it.
It's a
She looked at
standardized
me-
test.
Yeah, but she looked at me like I had 6 heads. And I said, I'm telling you, this is what happened and this is what I'm doing. And so whether or not, I said, I would love to give you some information. Do you want any information? She wasn't interested. I said, okay. And I said, okay, that's fine, but you still can't explain to me why my eyesight got so much better. And I couldn't understand why I was getting dull headaches for the past couple of weeks, month or so. And I thought, oh boy, maybe it's getting worse. It's not. It's because my prescription was not appropriate anymore. And that's exactly. So I've got the new prescription in, headaches are gone. And it's just remarkable to me. It's a wonderful thing. It really is. It's a wonderful thing.
Well, what can I say? You're giving me goosebumps on my arm. Your story has made my entire week, and it's only Monday.
There you go. Well, I'm so blessed that Katie found you and that she's learned this process and she brought it into my life. I've known her for 22 years. She was my first personal trainer in New York City, like 20 some odd years ago. But she introduced me to this right away. She said, Barbara, let's do this. Let's do a session. And 3 years later, here I am, down to my goal weight, moving, jumping, better eyesight, feeling amazing. Like I'm a teenager again. It's incredible. It is.
And you deserve to feel incredible, don't you?
Yes, I do. Everybody does. Everybody does. And it's unfortunate that they don't.
Well, that's why you're one of our Fascianator soldiers. We're just going to keep trudging along, and we're going to change the world one person at a time, right?
Absolutely. It's just, yeah, I think this is what I was meant to do.
It is.
I think I was meant to gain all that weight. I was meant to be back into Katie's life and be introduced to this method, to be a personal trainer, to lose the weight and take my experience with all of it and rolling and help other people. And I believe this is my destiny. This is what I believe. Things happen and we experience things in life that bring us to a certain point. And all of that brought me to this point. And I couldn't be happier with what I'm doing right now.
And for the final thing I want to ask you, those people who are considering getting certified and learning the real science behind the Fascianator method and how the fascia functions, what would you say to them?
I would say, do not hesitate, jump on the boat, experience it. If you're not sure, take some rolling classes, connect them with you, take some classes, take some with me, Katie, experience it, give it a chance. And once you feel how your body and your mind has changed, there's no question after that. That's my feeling. There is no question once you experience it that you'll have any doubt about it at all.
Perfect. That's it. Well, I'm gonna be loading this to my YouTube channel, and you're gonna
Wonderful.
be my feature spotlight Fascianator practitioner for the whole month.
Wonderful. Oh, I love it. Thank you, Anthony. I love it. But
Thank you.
mostly, thank you for what you've done for my life. It's just, and for all the other lives. You deserve accolades for sticking with this and wanting to help people. It's just, it's life-changing. And that's all I can't say more about it. It's life-changing.
That's
And
right.
if anybody's questioning it or on the fence, get off, try it, get off the fence, get on a roller. You won't regret it.
That's right. And I will close it off by letting everybody know the only thing you have to lose is pain.
That's it. Absolutely, Anthony. Thank you so much for everything. I
All
appreciate
right,
everything
Barbara.
you do.
Thanks so
All
much.
right. Thank you. Love you. Give my love to
Yeah.
Eileen, okay?
I will.
All right. Thanks, Anthony. Bye-bye.
Bye.